If there was a place to use the word coincidence, then it would perfectly be used in this scenario. Otherwise, how would you describe this attempted assassination saga? First up, we've got new footage that's taking the internet by storm. A clip of Donald Trump's attempted assassination has since held everyone in a chokehold, and it's raising more questions than ever before. But wait, that's not all. In a plot twist worthy of a Hollywood thriller, the CEO of BlackRock, yes, the investment giant we all know, is making waves, and here's the kicker: he's gone viral for all the wrong reasons, from jaw-dropping revelations to the most unexpected twists. This one's a roller coaster you won't want to miss, starting with the shooter. The rally in Butler, Pennsylvania was supposed to be a routine campaign event for former President Donald Trump supporters, gathered in large numbers, waving flags and wearing red "Make America Great Again" hats. Trump took the stage, his presence electrifying the crowd as he began his speech. But just moments into his address, the unthinkable happened. Shots rang out, and Trump instinctively grabbed his right ear, blood visible on his hand. The crowd erupted in panic, screams filling the air as people ducked for cover. Secret Service agents immediately sprang into action, covering Trump and whisking him off stage. The scene was chaotic, with people running in all directions, unsure of where the shots were coming from. The shooter was soon identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, a resident of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. New footage that has since gone viral shows Crooks lying on his stomach on a rooftop, carefully aiming his rifle. He had longer brown hair and was wearing a gray shirt and key pants. The video captures the tense moments as Crooks pinpointed his target from afar before pulling the trigger as Trump fell to his knees behind the podium. Secret Service agents quickly identified the source of the shots. Within seconds, they returned fire, neutralizing Crooks on the rooftop. The footage shows Crooks' lifeless body, confirming that he was killed by the Secret Service. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, was immediately involved in the investigation. A statement released by the FBI on Sunday confirmed that the firearm used in the shooting was purchased legally. The FBI added that Crooks was not known to them prior to this incident, raising questions about how he managed to carry out such a brazen attack. Law enforcement quickly secured the area, and the bomb squad was dispatched after multiple reports of suspicious packages near the shooter's location. Investigators found explosives in Crooks' vehicle, which was parked near the rally. The scene was secured late into the night as bomb experts worked to ensure there were no additional threats. Witnesses at the rally described the sheer terror of the moment. It was like a nightmare. One attendee said, "One moment we were cheering, and the next we were running for our lives." Another witness added, "I saw Trump grab his ear, and then everything went crazy. People were screaming and pushing to get out." Trump, visibly shaken but determined, emerged from behind the podium about a minute after the shots were fired. His red "Make America Great Again" hat had been knocked off, and he could be heard saying, "Wait, wait," before pumping his fist in the air. Agents then rushed him to a black SUV, Ensuring his safety, FBI Special Agent Kevin Rodek addressed the media stating, "We are conducting a thorough investigation to determine Crook's motive for the attack. We are looking at photographs, running his DNA, and getting biometric confirmation." The FBI has also stationed dozens of law enforcement vehicles outside Crook's residence with agents from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. On the scene, the perimeter of Crook's residence has been guarded by yellow police caution tape, and the Federal Aviation Administration has closed the airspace over Bethel Park for special security reasons. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are leaving no stone unturned in their quest for answers as they grapples with the shocking events of that day. The new footage of Trump's shooter continues to dominate headlines and social media. The attempted assassination of a former president is a stark reminder of the ever-present threats faced by public figures and the critical role of law enforcement in ensuring their safety. But who's Thomas Crooks at the start, or let's just say immediately after the shooting? Not much was known about him. However, after just a day, the internet now has more than you need to know about him. Thomas Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old identified as the shooter in the assassination of former President Donald Trump, had a seemingly ordinary background. Crooks graduated from Bethel Park High School in 2022. A video from his graduation ceremony shows him receiving his diploma wearing glasses and a black graduation gown and posing with a school official after high school. Crooks worked as a dietary aide at a nursing home close to his residence in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. He was known to be diligent in his work, and there were no immediate signs of the turmoil that would later unfold. State voter records revealed that Crooks was a registered Republican. The upcoming November 5th election would have been his first opportunity to vote in a presidential race. However, his political affiliations were not straightforward. When he was 17, Crooks made a $15 donation to Act Blue, a political action committee that raises funds for left-leaning and Democratic politicians. This donation was earmarked for the Progressive Turnout Project, a national group that rallies Democrats to vote. Former classmates and school officials have painted a complex picture of Crooks. Jason Kerr, who attended the same high school, did not share classes with Crooks, described him as a loner who often sat alone at lunch. Cola mentioned that Crooks was bullied for his clothes, which included hunting outfits. Despite this, Crooks was well liked by teachers and was known for his knowledge of history. Crooks was also a member of the Clerton Sportsman's Club in Pennsylvania's Allegheny County. The club, which features rifle and pistol ranges, confirmed that Crooks had been a member for at least a year. Attorney Robert Spout III, representing the club, stated that the club condemns the shooting and is cooperating fully with the investigation. In the viral footage of the rally shooting, Crooks is seen wearing a brown shirt, which is identified as merchandise from the YouTube channel Demolition Ranch. The channel, run by Matt Carricker, features content about firearms. Carricker took to social media to distance himself from Crooks stating last night was crazy. I've got news stations calling me asking if I ever spoke with the shooter. What the hell? Kara supporters also urged the public not to affiliate Crooks with him, emphasizing that Carricker had never spoken with Crooks. In 2022, the U.S. investment company BlackRock ran an ad featuring a teacher from Bethel Park High School. Several unpaid students, including Crooks, briefly appeared in the background. BlackRock confirmed this to Reuters news agency, adding another layer to Crooks' background. Some of Crooks' former high school mates have shared their memories of him with various media outlets. Summer Barkley, a former classmate, told the BBC that Crooks was generally nice and knowledgeable about history and well-liked by teachers. Despite his quiet demeanor, Crooks' actions on that fateful day have left many in shock and disbelief. Crooks' father, Matthew Crooks, 53, spoke briefly to CNN, expressing his confusion and grief. I intend to speak to the police before talking about my son, he said. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. The family, like many others, is grappling with the aftermath of the incident as the investigation unfolds. The background of Thomas Matthew Crooks reveals a young man with a seemingly ordinary life, yet harboring a darkness that led to an attempted assassination. The reactions from his community, former classmates, and various parties reflect the shock and confusion that many feel. The nation watches closely as more details emerge about this tragic and sensational event. And now, obviously, after the shooting incident, there have to be some implications, and the public perceptions towards the incident. For the record, there have been dozens of cases of mass shootings. However, an attempted assassination has never been one of them. So the July 13th incident must be terrifying. But 2 days following the assassination attempt, Trump made his first public appearance at the Republican National Convention with a bandage on his right ear. The footage of the shooting has added a new layer of intensity to the political climate, with Trump's supporters rallying around him and viewing the incident as an attack on their values and beliefs. This has led to a surge in support for Trump, with many predicting that the incident will boost his chances of winning the November election. The footage has also intensified the political divide in the country. President Joe Biden, in an interview with NBC News, reiterated his intent to stay in the presidential race and called for a cooling of political rhetoric. However, he also admitted that his previous remark about putting a bullseye on Trump was a mistake, a comment that has been seized upon by Republicans in the wake of the assassination attempt. Besides the politics that the footage has attracted, the viral video has also had a significant impact on the stock market. Shares of Trump Media and Technology Group, the parent company of the social media platform Truth Social, soared by 30% following the assassination attempt. This surge in stock prices reflects the market's expectation that Trump will win the November election despite the shocking events of July 13th. As the investigation continues, the footage has raised important questions about the state of political violence in America. Experts have warned that the assassination attempt could mark the beginning of a perilous period for political violence in the country. The polarization and tension that have characterized American politics in recent years show no signs of abating, and the footage of Trump's shooter has only added to the sense of unease. And now, having stated BlackRock in some parts of this video, you'll be surprised to learn how fast the citizens went digging and eventually unearthed a clip of crooks appearing in that BlackRock commercial. However, maybe you're learning of BlackRock for the very first time, and if so, then a little backdrop would go a long way before the big revelation. BlackRock CEO: it's no surprise that the algorithm has in one way or another shown you the trending footage of BlackRock, especially after the shooting incident. In the footage, Larry Finn, the CEO of BlackRock, has gone viral, and it's causing quite a stir. But who is Larry thinking, and why is this footage so controversial? Larry thinking, born Lawrence Douglas, is the chairman and chief executive officer of BlackRock, the world's largest asset management firm. He co-founded BlackRock in 1988 with 7 partners, and under his leadership the firm has grown into a global powerhouse in investment and technology solutions. BlackRock manages more money than any other investment company in the world, making Think Inc. one of the most influential figures in finance. Before founding BlackRock, Finn was a member of the management committee and a managing director at the first Boston Corporation. He holds an MBA from the University of California at Los Angeles, earned in 1976, and a BA from UCLA, earned in 1974. Think Inc. is also a member of the Board of Trustees of New York University and the World Economic Forum. He serves on the boards of the Museum of Modern Art, the Council on Foreign Relations, and the International Rescue Committee. Additionally, he is on the advisory board of the Tsinghua University School of Economics and Management in Beijing and the executive committee of the Partnership for New York City. Well, for Larry Think Inc., we can say he's a decorated businessman, to say the very least. He's got such high echelons that go a long way with his leadership roles and businesses. However, what could be the possible link between his viral footage and the shooting at the Donald Trump rally, which unfortunately claimed 1 life and several others injured, including Donald Trump? Of course, we have to get our hands on every possible piece of information, because they could be the missing pieces of the puzzle, the motive of Thomas crooks. Now, speaking of the footage that has everyone drooling over for good reasons, Thomas Crooks, the shooter, had appeared briefly in it, filmed in 2022 at Bethel Park High School, where he was a senior at the time. But what was the reason for the commercial? The commercial was part of BlackRock's campaign to showcase its commitment to education and community, and featured various students from Bethel Park High School. Among them was Thomas Crooks, who appeared for a fleeting moment. The footage, which had been largely unnoticed until now, suddenly gained immense attention following the revelation of Crooks' involvement in the assassination attempt. As news of Crooks' appearance in the commercial spread, social media has erupted with reactions. Many users continued to express shock and disbelief, while others have begun speculating about potential connections between Crooks and BlackRock. The commercial, which had been intended to promote positive community engagement, was now viewed through a completely different lens. In response to the growing controversy, BlackRock quickly took action. The company issued an official statement announcing the immediate removal of the commercial from all platforms. Larry Finn, the CEO of BlackRock, addressed the media expressing his shock at the incident and emphasizing that the commercial had been filmed long before the assassination attempts. Think stated, "We are deeply saddened by the events that transpired at the Trump rally. Our thoughts are with those affected by this tragedy." The commercial in question was filmed in 2022, and Thomas Crooks was one of many students who participated. There is no connection between BlackRock and the actions of Mr. Crooks. The decision to pull the commercial was seen as a necessary step to distance the company from the controversy. Analysts weighed in on the potential implications for BlackRock, while some believed that the company's swift response would mitigate any long-term